Property and Casualty Practice Exam. Question 1. Contractual liability coverage in a CGL policy covers: Option A, all contracts. Option B, liability assumed under certain defined insured contracts. Option C, only written contracts. Option D, only oral contracts. The correct answer is option A, all contracts. Contractual liability covers liability assumed under insured contracts as defined in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 2. Water backup coverage in a homeowner's policy. Option A is automatically included. Option B covers damage from sewer or drain backup if endorsed. Option C covers all water damage. Option D is flood insurance. The correct answer is option C, covers all water damage. Water backup coverage requires an endorsement. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 3. The primary purpose of an insurance policy is to: Option A, offer a guaranteed profit to the policyholder. Option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. Option C, eliminate the occurrence of catastrophic events. Option D, serve as a long-term investment vehicle. The correct answer is option B, restore the insured to their approximate financial position before the loss. The principle of indemnity ensures that insurance restores the insured to their pre-loss financial condition, without profiting from the loss. Question 4. After a total loss, the PAP pays: Option A, the full policy limit. Option B, the actual cash value of the vehicle at the time of loss, less the deductible. Option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Option D, the amount owed on the loan. The correct answer is option C, the replacement cost of a new vehicle. Total loss settlement is ACV minus the deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 5. Reasonable expectations doctrine means: Option A, the insured's expectations are irrelevant. Option B, if policy language is ambiguous, the insured's reasonable expectations may prevail. Option C, the insurer's expectations control. Option D, only the literal policy language matters. The correct answer is option D, only the literal policy language matters. Courts may interpret ambiguous policies in favor of the insured's reasonable expectations. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 6. Assumption of risk as a defense means: Option A, the defendant assumed the risk. Option B, the plaintiff knowingly and voluntarily accepted a known risk. Option C, the insurer assumed the risk. Option D, the court assumed the risk. The correct answer is option C, the insurer assumed the risk. If the plaintiff knew and understood the risk and voluntarily accepted it, they may be barred from recovery. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 7. Earthquake insurance typically has a deductible expressed as: Option A, a flat dollar amount. Option B, a percentage of the insured value, often 5 to 20%. Option C, no deductible. Option D, a fixed premium. The correct answer is option C, no deductible. Earthquake deductibles are usually a percentage of the coverage limit, making them significant out-of-pocket costs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 8. Liability imposed by law without regard to fault or negligence is called: Option A, vicarious liability. Option B, strict, absolute, liability. Option C, general liability. Option D, premises liability. The correct answer is option D, premises liability. Strict liability applies to inherently dangerous activities, regardless of the degree of care exercised. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 9. Risk retention as a risk management technique means: Option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Option B, avoiding the risk entirely. Option C, accepting the risk and bearing the financial consequences. Option D, reducing the risk through safety measures. The correct answer is option A, transferring the risk to an insurer. Risk retention involves accepting the financial consequences of a loss oneself. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 10. The FAIR plan provides: Option A, luxury property insurance. Option B, basic property insurance for those unable to obtain coverage in the standard market. Option C, flood insurance. Option D, earthquake insurance. The correct answer is option B, basic property insurance for those unable to obtain coverage in the standard market. Fair access to insurance requirements. Plans are state-mandated insurance pools for high-risk properties. Question 11. An insurance broker represents: Option A, the insurer. Option B, the insured. Option C, the state. Option D, the NAIC. The correct answer is option B, the insured. A broker represents the insurance buyer and places coverage with insurers on the buyer's behalf. Question 12. A valued policy pays: Option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Option B, the full policy limit regardless of actual value at time of loss. Option C, replacement cost with depreciation. Option D, only the market value. The correct answer is option A, actual cash value at the time of loss. Valued policies, used for fine arts, antiques, pay the agreed amount specified in the policy. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. Punitive damages are intended to: Option A, compensate the victim for actual losses. Option B, punish the defendant for egregious conduct and deter similar behavior. Option C, pay medical bills. Option D, cover lost wages. The correct answer is option A, compensate the victim for actual losses. Punitive, exemplary, damages go beyond compensation to punish and deter. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 14. The doctrine of contra preferentum means: Option A, ambiguities are interpreted in favor of the party who drafted the contract. Option B, ambiguities are interpreted against the party who drafted the contract, the insurer. Option C, both parties share equally. Option D, the contract is void. The correct answer is option B, ambiguities are interpreted against the party who drafted the contract, the insurer. Ambiguous policy language is construed against the insurer. Question 15. A commercial property policy's causes of loss basic form covers: Option A, all perils unless excluded. Option B, a limited list of named perils. Option C, only fire and lightning. Option D, all risks. The correct answer is option C, only fire and lightning. The basic form covers approximately 11 named perils. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 16. The war exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes: Option A, all accidents. Option B, losses caused by war, insurrection, or rebellion. Option C, only declared wars. Option D, only foreign wars. The correct answer is option C, only declared wars. War and similar actions are standard exclusions in most insurance policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 17. Proximate cause in a negligence claim means: Option A, the first event in a chain. Option B, the foreseeable cause that directly led to the injury. Option C, any contributing factor. Option D, the last event before injury. The correct answer is option A, the first event in a chain. Proximate cause is the primary, foreseeable cause that sets in motion an unbroken chain of events leading to injury. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 18. The automatic coverage for newly acquired autos in a commercial auto policy. Option A, provides unlimited coverage. Option B, provides coverage for a specified period if the insurer is notified and premium paid. Option C, provides no coverage until endorsement. Option D, requires no notice. The correct answer is option D, requires no notice. Newly acquired autos are automatically covered for a limited time, subject to notice requirements. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 19. A reciprocal insurance exchanges. Option A, a stock insurance company. Option B, an unincorporated group of subscribers who exchange insurance risks. Option C, a government insurance program. Option D, a type of health insurance. The correct answer is option D, a type of health insurance. Reciprocal exchanges are unincorporated associations where members, subscribers, insure each other. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 20. The statute of repose for construction defect claims. Option A, has no time limit. Option B, bars claims after a specified number of years from completion, regardless of when the defect was discovered. Option C, extends the statute of limitations. Option D, only applies to residential construction. The correct answer is option C, extends the statute of limitations. Statutes of repose provide a final cutoff for claims, unlike statutes of limitations. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 21. A public adjuster represents: Option A, the insurer. Option B, the insured in negotiating a claim settlement. Option C, the state. Option D, both parties equally. The correct answer is option D, both parties equally. Public adjusters advocate for the policyholder, not the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 22. A proof of loss form must be submitted. Option A, before the loss occurs. Option B, within a specified time after the loss, usually 60 days. Option C, only if the insurer requests it. Option D, never. The correct answer is option C, only if the insurer requests it. The insured must submit a sworn proof of loss within the time specified in the policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 23. Twisting in insurances. Option A, a dance move. Option B, inducing a policyholder to cancel an existing policy and replace it with a new one to the policyholder's detriment. Option C, offering lower premiums. Option D, explaining policy benefits accurately. The correct answer is option B, inducing a policyholder to cancel an existing policy and replace it with a new one to the policyholder's detriment. Twisting is a form of misrepresentation that harms the policyholder. Question 24. The financial responsibility law requires drivers to: Option A, pay for their own vehicle repairs. Option B, demonstrate the ability to pay for damages they may cause, typically through insurance. Option C, own a vehicle. Option D, have a driver's license only. The correct answer is option A, pay for their own vehicle repairs. Financial responsibility laws require proof of ability to pay for buy and PD caused to others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. The last clear chance doctrine allows a plaintiff to recover despite contributory negligence if: Option A, the plaintiff was not negligent. Option B, the defendant had the last opportunity to avoid the accident and failed to do so. Option C, the plaintiff had insurance. Option D, the defendant was not negligent. The correct answer is option D, the defendant was not negligent. Last clear chance is an exception to contributory negligence when the defendant could have prevented the injury. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 26. The named non-owner auto policy provides: Option A, physical damage coverage for all vehicles. Option B, liability coverage for individuals who do not own a vehicle. Option C, comprehensive coverage only. Option D, collision coverage only. The correct answer is option D, collision coverage only. Non-owner policies provide liability coverage for drivers who don't own a car. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 27. The term adverse selection in insurance refers to: Option A, the insurer's process of selecting the best risks. Option B, the tendency for those with a high probability of loss to seek insurance. Option C, a method of calculating life insurance reserves. Option D, the termination of a policy by the insured. The correct answer is option C, a method of calculating life insurance reserves. Adverse selection is the tendency of high-risk individuals to seek insurance more actively than low-risk individuals. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 28. Cyber liability insurance covers: Option A, physical property damage. Option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Option C, automobile accidents. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option B, data breaches, privacy violations, and related liability. Cyber policies cover first-party and third-party losses from data breaches and cyber events. Question 29. A non-owned auto under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, an auto owned by the business. Option B, an auto used in the business but not owned, leased, or hired, typically employee-owned vehicles. Option C, only rental cars. Option D, only borrowed vehicles. The correct answer is option B, an auto used in the business but not owned, leased, or hired, typically employee-owned vehicles. Non-owned autos are typically employee-owned vehicles used for business purposes. Question 30. Professional liability insurance for architects and engineers covers: Option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. Option B, financial losses from errors, omissions, or negligent design. Option C, only property damage. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, bodily injury from slip and fall. A&E professional liability covers economic losses from professional negligence. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 31. An independent adjuster is: Option A, an employee of an insurer. Option B, a self-employed adjuster who contracts with insurers to handle claims. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an agent. The correct answer is option C, a public adjuster. Independent adjusters are contractors, not employees. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 32. The fellow employee exclusion in a PAP excludes coverage for: Option A, injuries to passengers. Option B, injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment, covered by workers' compensation. Option C, all employee injuries. Option D, family member injuries. The correct answer is option C, all employee injuries. Injuries to coworkers in the course of employment are excluded because workers' compensation applies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 33. A morale hazard involves: Option A, intentional dishonesty. Option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Option C, physical conditions increasing risk. Option D, legal conditions increasing risk. The correct answer is option B, carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Morale hazard is carelessness or indifference to loss because the person has insurance coverage. Question 34. A homeowner's policy's coverage provides: Option A, dwelling coverage. Option B, personal property coverage. Option C, loss of use. Option D, personal liability. The correct answer is option D, personal liability. Coverage E is personal liability insurance. Question 35. An insured contract in a CGL policy includes: Option A, all contracts without exception. Option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements. Option C, only construction contracts. Option D, only employment contracts. The correct answer is option B, lease agreements, sidetrack agreements, elevator maintenance agreements, and indemnity agreements. Insured contracts are specific types of contracts where liability assumed is covered. Question 36. The retroactive date in a claims-made policy: Option A, is the date the policy expires. Option B, is the earliest date an incident could occur and still be covered. Option C, has no significance. Option D, is the date of the claim. The correct answer is option D, is the date of the claim. The retroactive date limits coverage to incidents occurring on or after that date. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 37. The loss payable clause in a property policy: Option A, names the insured. Option B, designates who receives the loss payment, example, a loss payee. Option C, states the premium. Option D, lists exclusions. The correct answer is option D, lists exclusions. The loss payable clause identifies a loss payee, such as a lender, entitled to receive claim payments. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 38. The CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage that: Option A, is expected or intended by the insured. Option B, occurs during the policy period and is caused by an occurrence. Option C, happens anywhere in the world without limitation. Option D, is caused by pollution in all cases. The correct answer is option A, is expected or intended by the insured. The CGL covers by and PD caused by an occurrence during the policy period. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 39. The CGL policy's other insurance clause for primary policies: Option A, always provides excess coverage. Option B, typically provides pro rata sharing with other primary policies. Option C, provides no coverage. Option D, always provides primary coverage regardless. The correct answer is option A, always provides excess coverage. Primary CGL policies typically share on a pro rata basis with other primary insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 40. The no benefit to bailee provision means: Option A, bailees receive full coverage. Option B, the policy does not benefit a bailee who is not a named insured. Option C, bailees have no liability. Option D, the insured is a bailee. The correct answer is option C, bailees have no liability. This provision prevents a bailee from benefiting from the insured's policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 41. Supplementary payments under the PAP's liability coverage include: Option A, the judgment amount. Option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials. Option C, the deductible. Option D, vehicle repairs. The correct answer is option B, court costs, bail bonds, and loss of earnings for attending trials. Supplementary payments cover certain defense-related costs in addition to the liability limits. Question 42. Unoccupancy differs from vacancy in that an unoccupied building: Option A, has no contents. Option B, has contents but no people. Option C, is completely empty. Option D, is always excluded from coverage. The correct answer is option B, has contents but no people. Unoccupancy means the absence of people, vacancy means the absence of both people and contents. Question 43. Personal and advertising injury in a CGL policy includes: Option A, bodily injury. Option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Option C, property damage. Option D, physical injury only. The correct answer is option B, offenses such as libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B of the CGL covers personal and advertising injury offenses, which are non-physical injuries. Question 44. Towing and labor coverage in a PAP. Option A, covers major repairs. Option B, pays for towing and emergency roadside labor at the breakdown site. Option C, is automatically included. Option D, covers fuel delivery only. The correct answer is option A, covers major repairs. Towing and labor coverage pays for towing and basic roadside services. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 45. The PAP's territory provision covers option A, worldwide, option B, the United States, its territories, and Canada, option C, North America only, option D, the entire Western Hemisphere. The correct answer is option B, the United States, its territories, and Canada. The standard PAP territory is the U.S., its territories and possessions, Puerto Rico, and Canada. Question 46. A drive-in camp or restaurant exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes option A, all restaurants, option B, liability for serving food to customers in vehicles, option C, only fast food, option D, only coffee shops. The correct answer is option A, all restaurants. This exclusion may apply to businesses where customers are served in their vehicles. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 47. The product's completed operations aggregate limit in a CGL policy. Option A applies to all claims. Option B limits the total payout for products completed operations claims during the policy period. Option C is the same as the general aggregate. Option D has no limit. The correct answer is option C, is the same as the general aggregate. The product's completed operations aggregate is a separate limit within the CGL. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 48. Part B of a PAP provides option A, liability coverage, option B, medical payments coverage, option C, physical damage coverage, option D, uninsured motorist coverage. The correct answer is option D, uninsured motorist coverage. Part B is medical payments coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 49. The period of restoration in a business income policy begins. Option A, when the policy is purchased, option B, when the physical loss occurs, option C, 72 hours after the physical loss, option D, when the business reopens. The correct answer is option C, 72 hours after the physical loss. The period of restoration typically begins 72 hours after the physical loss occurs, unless a waiting period is eliminated. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 50. A representation in an insurance application is a statement that is option A, guaranteed to be absolutely true, option B, true to the best of the applicant's knowledge, option C, a legally binding warranty, option D, always considered a material fact. The correct answer is option B, true to the best of the applicant's knowledge. A representation is a statement believed to be true. A warranty is a statement guaranteed to be literally true, and breach of warranty can void coverage. Question 51. The HO5 policy provides what type of coverage? Option A, named perils for dwelling and personal property. Option B, open perils for both dwelling and personal property, comprehensive form. Option C, actual cash value only. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, actual cash value only. HO5 provides the broadest coverage, with open perils on both dwelling and personal property. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 52. The PAP's out-of-state coverage provision. Option A, voids coverage when driving in other states. Option B, automatically adjusts liability limits to meet the financial responsibility laws of the state where the accident occurs. Option C, reduces coverage in other states. Option D, requires purchasing additional coverage. The correct answer is option C, reduces coverage in other states. The PAP conforms to the minimum required limits of the state where the accident occurs. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 53. Betterment and auto physical damage claims means. Option A, the insurer pays for upgrades. Option B, the insured may be charged for the increased value when old parts are replaced with new. Option C, the insurer pays more than the claim. Option D, the premium increases. The correct answer is option D, the premium increases. Betterment is the increase in value when worn parts are replaced with new parts. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 54. The damage to premises rented to you limit in a CGL policy is typically, option A, the full policy limit, option B, a sublimit, commonly $50,000 to $100,000, option C, unlimited, option D, the same as the general aggregate. The correct answer is option C, unlimited. This sublimit caps fire legal liability for rented premises. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 55. An occurrence CGL policy covers claims based on option A, when the claim is made, option B, when the injury or damage occurred, option C, when the policy was purchased, option D, when the premium was paid. The correct answer is option D, when the premium was paid. Occurrence policies cover injury or damage occurring during the policy period. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 56. The standard deductible under an HO3 policy for wind/hail losses is often, option A, a flat dollar amount, option B, a percentage of the dwelling coverage, in some coastal areas, option C, no deductible, option D, the same as other perils. The correct answer is option A, a flat dollar amount. Wind/hail deductibles may be percentage-based in coastal areas. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 57. An admitted, authorized, insurer, option A, is not licensed in the state, option B, is licensed and authorized to transact insurance in the state, option C, only writes surplus lines, option D, is always an alien insurer. The correct answer is option A, is not licensed in the state. Admitted insurers hold a certificate of authority from the state. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 58. A hostile fire is, option A, a fire contained in its intended place, option B, a fire that leaves its intended place and causes damage, option C, a friendly fire, option D, not covered by insurance. The correct answer is option A, a fire contained in its intended place. A hostile fire escapes its intended confines, fireplace, furnace, and causes damage, it is covered. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 59. The causes of loss special form provides, option A, named perils only, option B, open perils coverage, all risks of direct physical loss unless excluded, option C, no coverage, option D, liability only. The correct answer is option A, named perils only. The special form is open perils, covering all risks of direct physical loss not specifically excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 60. Symbol 7 in a business auto policy designates, option A, any auto, option B, specifically described autos, option C, hired autos only, option D, non-owned autos only. The correct answer is option C, hired autos only. Symbol 7 covers specifically described, scheduled, vehicles. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 61. The HO4 policy is designed for, option A, homeowners, option B, condominium owners, option C, renters, tenants, option D, mobile homeowners. The correct answer is option D, mobile homeowners. HO4, or renters form, covers a tenant's personal property and provides liability coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 62. A drive other car endorsement in a commercial auto policy, option A, covers all vehicles, option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the business policy covers only scheduled autos, option C, reduces coverage, option D, covers only business use. The correct answer is option B, extends coverage to named individuals for non-owned vehicles when the business policy covers only scheduled autos. Doc endorsements provide coverage for individuals who don't have personal auto policies. Question 63. The PAP's no benefit to bailee provision means, option A, a bailee has no coverage under the policy, option B, the policy does not benefit a bailee for loss to the vehicle while in their custody, option C, bailees are automatically covered, option D, bailees pay the premium. The correct answer is option B, the policy does not benefit a bailee for loss to the vehicle while in their custody. This provision prevents auto repair shops and similar businesses from benefiting from the owner's policy. Question 64. An admitted insurer is, option A, not licensed in the state, option B, licensed and authorized to do business in the state, option C, always a foreign insurer, option D, always a domestic insurer. The correct answer is option C, always a foreign insurer. Admitted insurers are licensed by the state insurance department. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 65. The HO8 policy is designed for, option A, new construction, option B, older homes where replacement cost exceeds market value, option C, renters, option D, condominiums. The correct answer is option D, condominiums. HO8 is the modified coverage form for older homes, providing named perils coverage on an actual cash value or functional replacement cost basis. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 66. Non-renewal of a property policy, option A, is the same as cancellation, option B, is the insurer's decision not to renew at the end of the policy period, option C, cannot happen under any circumstances, option D, requires no notice. The correct answer is option A, is the same as cancellation. Non-renewal is different from cancellation, it occurs at the end of the policy period and typically requires advance notice. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 67. The prudent person rule in insurance investing, option A, allows any investment, Option B, requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Option C, has no investment limits. Option D, only applies to stock companies. The correct answer is option B, requires insurers to invest as a prudent person would, limiting risky investments. Insurers must invest conservatively to protect policyholder funds. Question 68. The knowledge of falsity, exclusion and coverage B excludes. Option A, all advertising injury. Option B, injury arising from oral or written publication the insured knew was false. Option C, only libel. Option D, only slander. The correct answer is option D, only slander. Knowing falsehoods are excluded. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 69. A personal umbrella liability policy provides. Option A, primary coverage only. Option B, excess coverage over underlying liability policies, with broader coverage for some exposures. Option C, property coverage. Option D, health insurance. The correct answer is option C, property coverage. Umbrella policies provide an additional layer of liability protection above underlying policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 70. The PAP provides liability coverage for a trailer. Option A, only when attached to the covered auto. Option B, for all trailers regardless of attachment. Option C, only for owned trailers. Option D, only for rented trailers. The correct answer is option C, only for owned trailers. Liability coverage extends to trailers being towed by the covered auto. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 71. Pollution coverage under a commercial auto policy is. Option A, broadly covered. Option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Option C, automatically included. Option D, covered only for bodily injury. The correct answer is option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Pollution from auto accidents may be covered, but broader pollution is excluded without endorsement. Question 72. Express authority of an agent is. Option A, authority the public assumes the agent has. Option B, authority specifically granted by the insurer in the agency contract. Option C, authority to bind all types of coverage. Option D, authority implied by the agent's position. The correct answer is option C, authority to bind all types of coverage. Express authority is explicitly stated in the agency agreement. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 73. A commercial property policy's fire department service charge coverage. Option A, pays the fire department's annual budget. Option B, pays charges assessed by the fire department for responding to a covered loss. Option C, is never included. Option D, pays for fire trucks. The correct answer is option C, is never included. This coverage pays fire department service charges, often without a deductible. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 74. An occurrence in a liability policy is defined as. Option A, an intentional act by the insured. Option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same general harmful conditions. Option C, only a sudden event. Option D, a criminal act. The correct answer is option A, an intentional act by the insured. An occurrence is an accident, including repeated exposure to harmful conditions. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 75. A bailee is. Option A, the owner of the property. Option B, a person or entity temporarily holding property belonging to another. Option C, the insurer. Option D, the insurance agent. The correct answer is option D, the insurance agent. A bailee, dry cleaner, repair shop, has temporary custody of another's property and has a legal duty of care. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 76. An HO6 policy covers. Option A, single-family homes. Option B, renters. Option C, condominium unit owners. Option D, mobile homes. The correct answer is option C, condominium unit owners. HO6 is the condominium unit owners form. Question 77. A scheduled personal property endorsement floater. Option A, reduces coverage for valuables. Option B, provides broader coverage and higher limits for specifically listed valuables, jewelry, art. Option C, has no effect. Option D, cancels the policy. The correct answer is option A, reduces coverage for valuables. Scheduled property floaters provide open perils coverage for listed items. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 78. Follow form excess liability policies. Option A, provide broader coverage than the underlying policy. Option B, provide the same coverage as the underlying policy, just with higher limits. Option C, provide primary coverage. Option D, have no relationship to underlying coverage. The correct answer is option C, provide primary coverage. Follow form excess policies adopt the terms of the underlying policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 79. The liquor liability coverage form covers option A, social hosts, option B, businesses that sell, serve, or furnish alcoholic beverages, option C, all alcohol-related claims, option D, only bars. The correct answer is option C, all alcohol-related claims. Liquor liability covers businesses in the alcohol industry. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 80. The retrospective rating plan, option A, sets a fixed premium, option B, adjusts the final premium based on actual losses during the policy period, within a range, option C, has no premium adjustment, option D, only reduces premiums. The correct answer is option A, sets a fixed premium. Retrospective rating adjusts the premium after the policy period based on actual losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 81. Rental reimbursement coverage in a PAP, option A, is automatically included, option B, pays for a rental car while the covered auto is being repaired after a covered loss, option C, pays for all transportation, option D, covers only liability. The correct answer is option D, covers only liability. Rental reimbursement is an optional coverage that pays for substitute transportation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 82. Surplus lines insurance can be placed only when option A, standard insurers offer the coverage, option B, coverage is unavailable from admitted insurers and is placed through a licensed surplus lines broker, option C, any agent places it, option D, the insured requests it for any reason. The correct answer is option C, any agent places it. Surplus lines require a diligent search of the admitted market first. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 83. The transfer of risk from an individual to an insurance company in exchange for a premium is known as option A, risk avoidance, option B, risk retention, option C, risk transfer, option D, risk reduction. The correct answer is option D, risk reduction. Risk transfer shifts the financial burden of a potential loss to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 84. Personal and advertising injury under a CGL includes option A, bodily injury, option B, libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement, option C, property damage, option D, physical injuries only. The correct answer is option B, libel, slander, false arrest, and copyright infringement. Coverage B covers non-physical offenses. Question 85. The claims made CGL form covers option A, occurrences during the policy period, option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date, option C, all claims regardless of when made, option D, only reported claims. The correct answer is option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date. Claims made policies are triggered by the claim being made during the policy period. Question 86. Extended business income coverage begins, option A, when the physical loss occurs, option B, after the business reopens and covers reduced income during the ramp-up period, option C, before the loss, option D, never. The correct answer is option C, before the loss. Extended business income covers the period after reopening when income has not returned to pre-loss levels. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 87. The concept of utmost good faith requires that both the insurer and the insured, option A, split commissions equally, option B, disclose all material facts honestly, option C, share the cost of all losses equally, option D, pay premiums on a monthly basis. The correct answer is option A, split commissions equally. Insurance contracts are uberami fide, utmost good faith, meaning both parties must fully disclose all relevant information. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 88. The legal liability coverage form provides option A, coverage for the insured's own property, option B, coverage for damage to property of others in the insured's care, regardless of negligence, option C, liability for bodily injury only, option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, workers' compensation. Legal liability coverage pays for damage to property of others caused by the insured's negligence. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 89. The PAP excludes liability coverage for option A, permissive users, option B, intentional acts, business use of certain vehicles, and vehicles furnished for regular use, option C, the named insured, option D, family members. The correct answer is option B, Intentional acts, business use of certain vehicles, and vehicles furnished for regular use. Intentional acts, certain business uses, and vehicles available for regular use are excluded. Question 90. Defamation by an insurance producer involves: Option A, complimenting a competitor. Option B, making false, malicious statements about another insurer's financial condition. Option C, comparing policies accurately. Option D, advertising one's own products. The correct answer is option D, advertising one's own products. Defamation includes false statements intended to harm another insurer or producer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 91. A utility services endorsement covers: Option A, business interruption from utility failure. Option B, damage to utility equipment. Option C, utility bills. Option D, only power outages. The correct answer is option C, utility bills. This endorsement covers business interruption and property damage from interruption of utility services. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 92. Gap insurance for auto covers: Option A, liability claims. Option B, the difference between the vehicle's actual cash value and the amount owed on the loan or lease. Option C, medical expenses. Option D, rental car costs. The correct answer is option C, medical expenses. Gap coverage pays the shortfall when a totaled vehicle is worth less than the outstanding loan balance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 93. A consent to settle clause in a liability policy. Option A, allows the insurer to settle without the insured's consent. Option B, requires the insurer to obtain the insured's consent before settling a claim. Option C, prevents all settlements. Option D, allows the insured to demand settlement. The correct answer is option C, prevents all settlements. Some policies require the insured's consent to settle, protecting the insured's reputation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 94. Stacking of UM/UIM coverage means: Option A, combining multiple policies or vehicles to increase available coverage limits. Option B, reducing coverage limits. Option C, canceling duplicate coverage. Option D, only using one policy. The correct answer is option A, combining multiple policies or vehicles to increase available coverage limits. Stacking allows the insured to combine limits from multiple policies or vehicles. Question 95. The causes of loss, broad form adds which perils to the basic form? Option A, flood and earthquake. Option B, water damage, collapse, and falling objects. Option C, all perils. Option D, no additional perils. The correct answer is option D, no additional perils. The broad form adds perils like water damage, collapse, falling objects, and weight of ice/snow. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 96. A legal duty of care arises from: Option A, only written contracts. Option B, the obligation to act as a reasonable person would under similar circumstances. Option C, criminal statutes only. Option D, voluntary assumption only. The correct answer is option D, voluntary assumption only. Duty of care is the legal obligation to exercise reasonable care to avoid harming others. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 97. The Jones Act provides workers' compensation type benefits to: Option A, railroad workers. Option B, seamen. Option C, federal employees. Option D, construction workers. The correct answer is option D, construction workers. The Jones Act covers maritime workers, seamen. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 98. The aircraft, auto, or watercraft exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, all vehicles. Option B, bodily injury and property damage from the use of aircraft, autos, and certain watercraft, covered by other policies. Option C, only commercial vehicles. Option D, only aircraft. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury and property damage from the use of aircraft, autos, and certain watercraft, covered by other policies. These exposures are typically insured under separate policies: auto, aviation, marine. Question 99. A reporting form for commercial auto physical damage. Option A, has a fixed premium. Option B, requires monthly reporting of vehicle values with premium adjustments. Option C, has no premium. Option D, only applies to liability. The correct answer is option D, only applies to liability. Reporting forms are used for fluctuating values, with premiums adjusted based on reports. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 100. Telematics, usage-based, auto insurance. Option A, uses a fixed premium based only on credit score. Option B, uses driving data, mileage, speed, braking, to determine premiums. Option C, ignores driving behavior. Option D, has one rate for all drivers. The correct answer is option D, has one rate for all drivers. Telematics programs monitor driving behavior and adjust premiums accordingly. In this rotation, D is correct.